So the word I chose was fashion. The three genres that I included were hierarchical structure. It includes key points and words, and the branches connect to related ideas, creating a clear flow. The visual is helpful because the layout clearly shows how the word fashion evolved from its linguistic roots and multiple modern meanings. I also think it is easy to follow and not overcrowded. I believe it makes the relationships easy to understand. I will include clear branching lines to show each meaning of fashion, how it grows into earlier forms, and I plan to incorporate small images to further expand on the visual aspect. So everything kind of comes full circle. So the word fashion originally came from Old French manners, meaning face, appearance, form, method, or style, and from the Latin way, meaning a making, a doing, or a group of people acting together. So the original word was not for clothing at all. Instead, it was meant to create and like creating, and was used in phrases such as in such fashion. Fashion was looked at as a way of describing a method, but eventually it bled into social appearance and status later, becoming more evolved with dresses and style. So here's the little family tree kind of thing, and then I just included a little image of a woman. So in the 1500s is when the word fashion really started to drift away from the aspect of doing something and more specifically referring to style and clothing. This was done mostly because of European courts, especially in France. It was a big thing. It signified class and whether someone had a high status or not. New phrases were used such as the latest fashion in Paris or out of fashion, kind of bleeding into the whole clothing aspect of it. Fashion was now starting to be a part of consumer culture, referring to appearance and new wave of styles. Here's the little family tree as well. It's kind of just showing that, Middle English is kind of when it started to bleed into a different word. Okay, so expansion, fashion as cultural expression and identity. So this is present day. In the present day, fashion has even more broadened past just clothing styles, but more as a form of expression and identity. There are multiple different styles, including punk, hip, or goth. It can also be a way of culture expression, each style embracing different kinds of culture. Fashion has made an impact on protest and activism. It's been used in a lot of protest. It supports the non-role conforming. Can be a form of resistance. Phrases now include fashion activism, constantly letting people show self-expression. The word not only meaning clothing now, but identity and a language of expression. So here's some images that kind of represent that. And here's the more modern meanings. So yeah, there's my works cited. And that's it for my etymology of fashion.